welcome to another one of my live videos, and I am just going to update you on some more latest news. This is now regarding RP Leipig's TimoWerner. Now he's currently come out and says he may have to leave RP Leipig to win titles, and apparently he's suggested out he would be interested in a move to the Premier League if that opportunity came for the current player. This is only his second season in the process of RP Leipig, as it did come out yesterday that his dream move would be to Manchester United, because reportedly he had support Manchester United as a youngster at TimoWerner. He's a good young age prospect. The likes of Liverpool have been interested in him. Arsenal, Liverpool, Real Madrid. I think Barcelona have been monitoring the player as well. But he did apparently support Manchester United as a youngster. So he said he may have to leave RP Leipig to win titles, especially. But very, very good player. As I said, he's an ex-Stuttgart player. Made his first Bundesliga appearance, for Stuttgart against Bayer Leverkusen. Scored his first goal against Frankfurt as well. Also, during his time there, became the youngest player to make 50 Bundesliga appearances back in. And also, he signed a professional contract with them until June 2018, did the player. And he got relegated with Stuttgart as well, and then RP Leipzig purchased him for £10 million. I think he's got a deal with RP Leipzig till 2020 or 2021. He's one of them as well, and he's also the youngest player now during his time with them to play in 100 Bundesliga matches as well. Is the current player. He scored 21 goals in 30 odd appearances last season. Also helped his team qualify for the Champions League for the first time in the club's history. And also, I think they scored about 6 goals this season as well as the current player. But very, very, very good player. He's also played in the Stuttgart reserve team, made risen up the ranks as well. So could he possibly want to make a move to the Premier League? Because he feels as though he's not going to win titles with RB Leipzig, even though they did qualify for the Champions League last season, first time in the club's history. But he feels as though he's not going to be winning titles with RB Leipzig, and he feels as though if the opportunity came, he would make a move to the current Premier League. But there's been quite a few teams that have been monitoring TimoWerner from RB Leipzig as well. RB Leipzig's got a few decent players as well, as we all know. Naby Keita's leaving, he's going to Liverpool. He's a good midfielder, good at breaking up the play as well. Very, very good midfield, Naby Keita. But he's going to Liverpool next summer, has already that's been confirmed in the process. And as I reported to you earlier on about Carlos Salou now from Valencia, apparently Manchester United are reportedly in talks now with Valencia over us getting Carlos Salou. He is 20 years old, and Man United are convinced they can get a £30 million deal over the line for the player, and apparently Manchester United want to get the deal over the line by the summer transfer window. So Manchester United have reportedly been in talks with Valencia. He does have a £70 million buyout clause as well, does Carlos Salou. He is a midfielder, because we know Jose Mourinho's still looking to address the midfield a bit more. Carlos Salou, he's been at Valencia, I think it's about 11-12 years, so it's over a decade. Obviously, he joined Valencia at the youth set up in 2005. He's been there over a decade now. Joined Valencia in the youth set up in 2005. He's a midfielder. He's played as attacking mid, he's played as a central mid as well, and he is a midfielder. He's also, I think he's only been in the first team for Valencia since December 2016. He's played in the reserve team for Valencia. He made 39 appearances in the reserve team and scored 3 goals. He made his reserve team debut. He made his reserve team debut in May 2015. Scored his first goal for the reserves in December 2015, and he's been in the first team since December 2016 as a Carlos Salou. So yeah, he does look a pretty promising player, guys, to be quite honest with it. Apparently Man United are opening talks with Valencia over this in the process. Man United want to get a £30 million deal over the line, and we want to get this completed by the summer transfer window, and that is the breaking news today, as I updated you on my last video, because obviously Jose Mourinho's still looking to address that midfield, obviously, because we've got Fellaini, who has yet to sign a new deal, and he's made a massive impact this season when he hasn't been injured, but obviously he's injured now. We know we've still got Paul Pogba, our most central creative midfielder, injured as well. And Michael Carrick, he's looking for a long-term replacement for Carrick, who's been at Old Trafford for 13 years. He's coming. He looks like he could retire at the end of the season, Michael Carrick. So he's still looking to address the midfield, is Jose Mourinho. But yeah, he's been linked with him as well. And Ander Herrera. Also, the contract talks have stalled with Ander Herrera. We have not yet got a deal over the line for Ander Herrera yet. As I said, he's a player that's we do have the option to put a 1 year extension on his contract if we don't secure him a new deal with Manchester United. We still have the option to put a 1 year extension on his contract. He's been at Man United since 2014. We bought him from Atletico Bilbao for £36 million. He won the club's player of the year last season. He made his international debut in 2016, and also for Spain. Well, he won the Spain tournament. He's won tournaments for Spain for the under-20 and under-21 levels, as well as under Herrera. But he did very, very well last season, but he is struggling this season because he hasn't had a lot of game time, when Pogba and Fellaini have been fully fit. But since they've been injured, obviously he's been participating in the midfield too. He's been alongside Matic in the midfield. Herrera hasn't done well this season so far, but for me he's still a key player. But even though when Fellaini and Pogba come back, he's gonna get the lack of game time at Old Trafford. And reportedly, Barcelona are reportedly interested in Ander Herrera in January because it's still on Barcelona's agenda. So he's made 90 appearances for Man United as Herrera, and he scored 10 goals as well in the process. But yeah, we're still in the process of trying to secure him a new deal, but we have the option to put a 1 year extension on his contract. And we've still got Fellaini coming to an end of his deal. We've still got, who else? Fellaini coming to an end of his deal. Juan Mata, I don't think he signed a new deal yet with Manchester United as well. So there's still players, that need to get secured a new deal. So that's very, very important indeed. As I did update you earlier on, about the Harry Kane situation, Real Madrid are actually convinced that they can get a deal over the line for Harry Kane next summer. It is going to cost Real Madrid, staggering amounts of money. He's going to be probably worth more than Neymar, and if it's going to be a cash-only deal, it's going to be about £200 million if Tottenham are willing to offload him. If Kane wants to make the move, he hasn't ruled the Spurs exit out, but Kane he's suggested now, it may be hard for him to turn down Real Madrid. Big club, big fan base, good history, fantastic players, and this would be hard for Kane to turn down because he'd elevate to a higher level. Be interesting to see if he went to Spain how he would perform with Real Madrid, and we saw Bale do it, didn't we? He did well at Tottenham since he's been at Madrid. He's performed well when he's played because he's had a lot of injury problems since he's been at Real Madrid as Gareth Bale. At Kane, as I said, he's won the Player of the Month 5 times, won PFA, he's won Golden Boot last couple of years. He's scored over a century of goals now for Tottenham in all competitions. And they're not far from scoring 100 goals now in the Premier League as well. Harry Kane, he's been at Tottenham a while. We know he's been on loan at quite a few teams, but for 3 seasons Tottenham have been consistent. Kane's been absolutely sublime as well. Made his debut in 2011 against Hearts in the Europa League. But yeah, for me, best striker, and I think he's on the same level now as Messi and Ronaldo, is Harry Kane. I think he's scored 12 goals in all competitions this season as well. But he's good. He's a good aerial threat. He's good at physically going around defenders. Is Harry Kane, and apparently Real Madrid are convinced they can get a deal over the line for him next summer. But depends if Tottenham are prepared to do any business, because we know Real Madrid have done business with Tottenham. Bale back in 2013 for 85 million. Modric as well. Real Madrid have done business with Tottenham. So yeah, we'll have to see what happens. Could Bale be part of the deal possibly next summer? Bale goes to Tottenham, back to Tottenham. Kane goes to Madrid. Could that possibly happen? I do not know, but obviously a club size Real Madrid's club is a big club, isn't it? And we know it's a big club, and they wasn't currently as satisfied. Even Cristiano Ronaldo wasn't satisfied with their transfer window, because over the years they're the Bucks, they're the team that spends the big money on good players, but they haven't done it in the August window. It's PSG that have made the headlines. Well, made the headlines in the August window, obviously for the deal for Neymar and that. So that's what you got to take into consideration, guys. But yeah, as I was saying, Real Madrid are convinced they can get a deal over the line, and now apparently it's Real Madrid's main priority target. And as I updated you, as I do keep saying, about the Gareth Bale situation. Gareth Bale, it did come out from Dan's Ball in the Spanish publication the other day that he could be preferred to move back to Tottenham. He said he would turn down Chelsea and Manchester United for this, even though Man United were linked to him during the summer. Manchester United couldn't get a deal over the line for Bale. But apparently now Real Madrid are losing patience, with Gareth Bale's injuries. They're losing patience with Gareth Bale's injuries at Real Madrid. So they did say they would will to offload the player, but they are looking to, Florentino Perez suggests out they are looking to regain the funds that they paid for him from Tottenham back in 2013 as well. But apparently he could maybe go back to Tottenham, but can Tottenham afford Gareth Bale? Because Real Madrid are recommending that they want the same amount of funds that they paid for him from Tottenham back in 2013, and he could go back to his old club. But Dan Bolland's Spanish publication reported he would prefer a move back to Tottenham rather than go to Manchester United or Chelsea, Gareth Bale. But we know he's got a calf injury, so he has got another injury now as Gareth Bale. As I said, Jose Mourinho was going to get the player during the summer if he wasn't named for the Super Cup game, but he felt as though Real Madrid still wanted him and the club wanted him when he played in that Super Cup game. So Mourinho basically then suggested he gave up on the play. But I'll experience, good physical attributes, good in the air, good at putting balls into the box. As I said, for the world, for Wales, he's second top scorer for Wales. Welsh Football of the Year 6 times, earned 60 caps. He was, with Real Madrid, he's won 10 honours now during his time in Madrid. This is his 5th season in the process. He's won 3 Champions Leagues in 4 seasons. But if he did come with Man United, which I don't think he will, his record of injuries, would concern me him coming to Manchester United. But I said, we still need a creative winner. With Tottenham, he made 146 appearances, scored 42 goals for them. He was there 6 years with Tottenham, was Gareth Bale. And, he risen up the ranks fantastically well with Southampton. When he first started, he operated as a left-back and then he became more of an attacking player, did Bale. So he could still leave Real Madrid, possibly. And there's other players that, can fill his spots, such as Isco and Marco Asensio, who was risen up the ranks very, very well with Madrid as well. But yeah, if they were to get the likes of Harry Kane, they'd have to at least sanction one player off, and Bale would be the favourite to be sacrificed, as I do keep saying in the process. So, see what happens. Bit of latest news now about Mesut Ozil from Arsenal, as it reported the other day that Ozil Jose Mourinho classifies him as a fantastic number 10. He did reportedly tell his teammates that he did want to join Manchester United. Arsenal now apparently are trying to find a January buyer for the player, because in reality they do accept he's not going to be signing a new deal, after it confirmed the other week that the contract talks had stalled between Arsenal, the player, and his representatives. But he did say, Ozil come out and he said he's ignoring the Manchester United transfer rumours, and he's basically come out saying he denies the Manchester United transfer rumours as well. Does Ozil, he says he's basically tweeted out. He said ignore the noise and stay focused. And this is what Mesut Ozil had tweeted out. And reportedly, he had told his teammates he wanted to join Manchester United, because Jose Mourinho may look to reunite with him, because them two, were fantastic together at Real Madrid with Mesut Ozil and Jose Mourinho. He made over century appearances there, was at Real Madrid for 3 years, won quite a few honours. And Arsenal have had him. This is his 5th season in the process. Is Mesut Ozil's. This is his 5th season in the process. Is Mesut Ozil's, and he's made over century appearances now for Arsenal. He's won, I think like 3 FA Cups in 4 seasons for the club as Mesut Ozil. Reportedly, it said he did turn down 200 and over 200. I think he turned down about £275,000 a week from Arsenal. Apparently, he was demanding over £300,000 as well. Was Mesut Ozil, and the agent had confirmed the other week that the contract talks are going in the right direction. But I think the contract talks have currently stalled, so he's yet to sign a new deal. But as I said, Arsenal would rather cash in for Ozil and Sanchez rather than let them go free next summer. So Ozil, could he still possibly see out his deal and become a free transfer next summer if he doesn't sign a new deal with Arsenal? And he's a player that's good at creating chances. He's good at providing assists as well. And he bonded fantastically well with Jose Mourinho at Real Madrid, and that it's Arsenal's second most expensive signing, and they paid £42.5 million from him from Real Madrid, and that is the highest paid fee for a German player, the current World Cup winner as well. But some United fans had won him, some United fans won. He's a number 10. We've got Mkhitaryan that can play in the number 10, haven't we? We've got Mata as well, that can play in the number 10 role as well. So all we've got to do really, guys, is we've just got to see what happens in the process of that. That's all you can do. Bit low latest news, and with Alexis Sanchez, I think Arsenal are convinced that Alexis Sanchez is going to go as well. He's coming to an end of his deal, as that confirmed a while ago. He's refusing to sign a new deal, and City are convinced they can get a 20 million deal over the line for Alexis Sanchez, because we know numerous teams have been monitoring the player, numerous teams have been interested in Alexis Sanchez. But for me, I think City are the favourable team to go and get Alexis Sanchez from Arsenal. City are the favourable team, because I think he's keen on reuniting with Pep Guardiola, because him and Guardiola were fantastic together at Barcelona. He's been at Arsenal 4 seasons, won 3 FA Cups in 4 seasons with Arsenal as Alexis Sanchez. Arsenal paid £35 million for him from Barcelona. Very good player though. He risen up the ranks with underneath fantastically well, did Alexis Sanchez, and he was also reportedly demanding a higher wage. I think he was demanding £400,000 a week. And Arsene Wenger, during the August window, was convinced Sanchez was going to stay and sign a new deal. He had no faith in the media whatsoever, and he was convinced he was going to stay. But obviously, City put a 50 million bid in for him. It got turned down. A 60 million bid initially accepted. But if Arsenal would have found that adequate replacement for Sanchez, and that Sanchez would have gone to Manchester City right at the end of the window. But Arsenal's targets they wanted to get, they didn't get there. Target. Sanchez now made over a century of appearances for Arsenal Football Club, and Lamar was the main priority target. They got Lacazette, that's doing well for them, to be fair. But Lamar was their main priority target, but they didn't get a deal over the line for Lamar. As I said, Lamar's a very good young prospect for a very good young prospect for Monaco, as I said. I think this is his 3rd season in the process. He's an ex-champ player where he made 32 appearances. Monaco just paid over $3 million for him. He made his international debut in 2016. His dribbling's good. His passing ability's good. He can play anywhere in the middle. He can play on the flanks as well, can Lamar. But very good for France as well is Thomas Lamar. And and the president have confirmed of Monaco that he could leave next summer, could Thomas Lemar from Monaco. Obviously, Monaco were not willing to offload the player due to the amount of money they gained for the departure of their players. Monaco lost a lot of the good players. I think they nearly raised £300 million I think they nearly raised £300 million for the departure of their players, did Monaco, so they wasn't willing to offload Lemar, but he well could go next summer. But if Arsenal were to come in January and come in with a lot of money for Lamar, I think Arsenal could maybe go for him, get him in January as well in the process. But also Liverpool had 2 bids rejected for Lamar towards the end of the window. Liverpool had 2 bids turned down for him. Arsenal had 2 bids turned down for him. And Arsenal right at the end put a £92 million bid in, didn't they? But didn't materialise. And they've had a few players. There's been talks about Julian Jackson from PSG. That's been on Arsenal's radar. Raheem Mahrez is been on Arsenal's radar. Mahrez, very good player. Won the Premier League with Leicester. Won the Championship with Leicester. Won PFA with Leicester a couple of times. The ex-Lee Harvey player. Also played in the Lee Harvey reserve team. I think he's been at Leicester since 2014. He's made 113 appearances. 111 appearances in the Premier League and scored 28 goals. He's won Algerian Football of the Year. He made his international debut for Algeria back in 2014. Did Raheem Mahrez. Very good player. Arsenal reportedly also been interested in him as well. They've also had that interest in Antonio Martial as well. I thought that was reported the other day that Arsenal think he'd be a good replacement for Sanchez with Antonio Martial. But Man United are not going to sell Antonio Martial either. Good player, as I said. I think it's the highest paid fee for the young teenager that we paid for him. It was £36 million. I think I think there was a potential increase on it as well, that risen it up to £56 or £57 million. Ex-Lyon player where he started his professional career. Ex-Monaco player, was there a couple of years. And Martial's been at Old Trafford since 2015, scored in his debut for the club. And, he's doing very well this season as well for Manchester United. So we're not going to will to offload Antonio Martial. There's also, there were talks about Andrea Silva, that reportedly Arsenal have been interested in Andrea Silva as well from AC Milan. He's only been at AC Milan since June. AC Milan bought him for £38 million and he signed a 5-year deal. They bought him for £38 million from Porto and he signed a 5-year deal with AC Milan. He's been in the Porto reserve team, made 84 appearances, scored 24 goals. In the first team, made 41 appearances, scored 17 goals as well, did the player. But AC Milan may have to will to offload some players if they don't gain Champions League football this season. And they've had a bad start to the season, and plus they spent a lot of money in the August window as well, did AC Milan, and he's yet to score in the Serie A, but I think he scored 6 goals in the Europa League for AC Milan so far as the current player, so that's potentially on Arsenal's radar. It says Barcelona have been interested in him as well, but he's only been at Milan since June, like I currently said, so that's what you've got to take into consideration. What else? But also, as I said, Coutinho's on Barcelona's radar, as I said, and Klopp's come out actually suggesting about Philippe Coutinho that he doesn't know if he will be at Liverpool Football Club next season, Philippe Coutinho. Philippe Coutinho has become one of the most creative, agile midfielders since he's been at Liverpool Football Club. This is his 5th season in the process with Liverpool. Liverpool paid £8.5 million for him from Inter Milan. Very skillful, very tenacious, very, very good in the air. Do really, really like him, but you know, it was Barcelona's main priority target during the August window. I think if he went, he'd elevate to a higher level. He'd be going to a much bigger club, playing amongst better players and winning trophies. And Liverpool and Klopp, he's not going to be doing this. So could Coutinho go in January? You know, could he go next summer? But the only reason Barcelona didn't get a deal over the line from the players' perspective, he wanted to make the move, but Liverpool owners, Jurgen Klopp, Liverpool board were not willing to accept any bids off Barcelona. Liverpool had turned down 3 bids from Barcelona in August for Philippe Coutinho. He's got a 5-year deal with Liverpool, so he's got a deal with Liverpool to 2022 as Coutinho. He's made over 1 century appearances now. He's scored quite a lot of goals as Philippe Coutinho. And, yeah, you know, he missed the first 4 or 5 games of the season right at the start due to his back injury that he suffered, Philippe Coutinho. But, yeah, Barcelona may return for him in January as well. So, yeah, yeah, and plus I said Emre Can could still go as well, as Emre Can's actually admitted he's classified Juventus' interest as an honour. So Juventus have been actually heavily linked with Emre Can, the Liverpool midfielder. But he's coming to an end of his deal. Liverpool have not secured Emre Can a new deal. Apparently he hasn't signed that extension yet. Apparently the player has been demanding a release clause, and he's been, I think, demanding a higher wage as well for him to sign a new deal. But he has yet to sign a new deal, Emre Can. He's coming to a conclusion of his deal. Juventus have reportedly been heavily linked with Emre Can. But Can is a player that's now made over 100 appearances for Liverpool Football Club. He's made over 100 appearances for Liverpool Football Club. He's an ex-Bayern Munich graduate as well. He can play as defensive mid, he can play as centre back, he plays as a full back. So his versatility and his versatility is very, very good. He's distinctive in his play, very, very good in the Confederations Cup as well. Was Emre Can. But yeah, this is 4th season in the process. Liverpool paid nearly £10 million for him from Leverkusen. He was very, very good with Bayern Munich. Was an academy graduate mostly for Bayern Munich. Was Emre Can. But yeah, I think Liverpool are in the process of still trying to secure him a new deal as well. Let's think what else I can tell you today. But yeah, that's really about it. So the main part of this video is about you know, what I've just said about TimoWerner. The RP Leipig youngster has come out and said he may have to leave RP Leipig to go on and win titles. And he said if he would move to the Premier League if the opportunity came. He did say he would dream of a move to Man United, the player. Due to that, apparently he supported Manchester United as a youngster, did the current player. And he's a player, as I said, he's done very, very well with RP Leipig. This is his 2nd season in the process. He scored 21 goals last season. He scored goals this season as well. He was good at Stuttgart though as well, because he made his first Bundesliga appearance when he was at Stuttgart against Bayer Leverkusen. Scored his first goal against Frankfurt. And and became the youngest player, during his time there to make 50 Bundesliga appearances. The player, he signed a contract, a professional contract until 2018 as well. Did the player? Stuttgart got relegated as well, and I don't think it was long after that then an RB Leipzig had purchased him for £10 million. Got a deal till 2020 or 2021 as the player. But he helped RB Leipzig qualify for the Champions League last season for the first time in the club's history as well. But very, very promising player, and his youngest player to play in 100 Bundesliga matches as well with RB Leipzig. So, yeah, very, very good player, guys, as I said. So, see what happens. And also, as I just updated you about Carlos Salou, Valencia player. He's been at Valencia since 2005. Obviously, joined them in 2005, for the youth setup, did the current play. He's been there now over a decade as the player. Apparently, Man United are in talks with Valencia of getting the pursuit of him. Man United want to get a 30 million deal over the line, and Man United want to get a deal over the line before the summer transfer window, and he does have a 70 million buyout clause. And with Valencia, he's been in the reserve team, as I said, made 39 appearances, scored 3 goals for the reserve team, and he's been in the Valencia first team since December 2016. He has been in the first team, so Man United are reportedly in talks for him as well. So anyway, guys, that's everything to update you today. Drop your comments, likes below on my channel if you do consider, as I keep saying, press the subscribe button, or even drop a like if you don't. And take care, guys. I'll see you all later. Bye.